is up, my Dothraki horde? This is your call bringing you another brutal episode of The Big Ass Podcast. It is Tuesday, May 3rd, 2016, and you are indeed tuned into The Big Ass Podcast. I am, of course, your spirit guide, Big Paulie Z, and, hey man, let's not waste any time and quickly honor the podcast gods with an offering of fermented malted hops, as is our custom.
You've been drinking?
No. Well, 10 beers.
Well, I'm not going to drink 10 beers, but I will surely drink one, as it is time for the Big Ass Beer of the Week. This week's Big Ass Beer of the Week comes from Shock Top, which I believe is a nameplate of Anheuser-Busch, one of their other labels that they use to make their beers. And all we're doing today here is the Shock Top Strawbanero Wheat. Yeah, you heard that correctly. Strawbanero, as in strawberry and habanero. So without further ado, let's crack this bad boy open, pour her in a pint glass, and give her a taste. Wow, it smells like Kool-Aid, almost like a strawberry Kool-Aid the minute I crack it open. Got a nice pour into the pint glass. It looks like a traditional wheat beer. It's a little cloudy, dark gold, maybe a bit of a reddish or orangish hue to it. A little bit of a sediment in there. The smell is very strong on the strawberry. Like I said, like a strawberry jam almost. But who the fuck cares how it smells? Let me taste it. Interesting. Very, very strong strawberry flavor up front. And then you get a little bit of heat rolling around in the back of your throat as you swallow. That's interesting. That's good. I could see if you drink a million of them, that it might really kind of have an odd taste in your mouth. I could definitely not want to drink so many of these that you're ever throwing up. It's gonna be a bitch coming back up. But it kind of reminds me of like doing the hot pepper or habanero jelly, like over the cream cheese. I mean, not the cream cheese part, but that flavor of the sweet hot. Actually, we tried a red pepper jelly wine from Niagara Landing, I believe. Kind of similar flavor to this. You know, not bad. I do like a lot of what the Shock Top beers are. I mean, the traditional, Belgian white ale, always delicious. Their Honeycrisp apple wheat is one of my all-time favorites. Their lemon shandy is another great one, and then the twisted pretzel wheat is actually a pretty damn tasty beer. So, yeah, I'm not saying this is my favorite Shock Top, but it's very drinkable. It is strawberry. I don't know, maybe this was the beer they were making in Beer Fest. It was the low-calorie strawberry beer. Or fuck it, if I got a beer, fruit beer. Let's go with a Swisher Sweet Mini Grape Cigar. And roll the rest of the show. How does that sound? Sounds good to me. So, how's everybody's week going? How was your weekend? Good, I hope. I truly do. We had a nice weekend ourselves. Friday we went to bingo, hung out with all the cool kids of our age range at the old bingo hall in the volunteer fire department. The jackpot was over $2,000, and that's why we were there, because why the hell not? And, hey, we won. That's right, I won $16, folks. We only spent like $30 combined, so, don't count your pennies. You can be lucky like me someday and win $16. But either way, it was a fun way to spend the evening at the old bingo hall with the wife. It was fun. Had a split like a submarine sandwich and played the old bingos. Then Saturday, it was gorgeous out, so I hopped on the trusty old John Deere and mowed the lawn. I truly enjoy that. I pop my headphones on, throw the sunglasses on, and listen to a podcast or some music and zone out and mow the lawn. And, like that hour and a half, 2 hours is quite relaxing to me. I don't know about y'all, but I don't see that as a chore, more as something to look forward to every weekend. I got about 3/4 of an acre here, which is not a huge lawn, but it's enough to keep me busy, and I do enjoy it. Threw some bulbs in the ground, picked up some down branches, cleaned up the yard in general. Could have done more, but it seems that my trusty chainsaw, yes, the wild thing, as it is called, has died. So I'll be looking for a new saw, possibly at the consignment auction in Batavia later this spring. So yeah, or if anyone wants to send me a chainsaw, I'm always open to donations like that. Send a nice new steel my way, and I won't shed it here. But yeah, and then let's see, Saturday night we went and did something we haven't done in a while, and my brother threw together a poker night, and I knew it was gonna be a good night because on the second hand of the game, I get dealt pocket queens. The flop comes queen, whatever queen, and I flop quads, and yeah, nice way to start the night, and it kind of led on through the whole night. I bought in for $5. I left with over 20 in my pocket, so I did fairly well. It was fun. Like I said, I forgot how much I actually enjoyed playing Hold'em. It's something that we used to do a lot. A lot of late nights, games that would go 6, 8 hours. I mean, just insane shit like that. So it was fun to play. We only played for about 4 hours, but it was a good time. And something maybe I'll get back into is playing the Hold'em, as it is quite enjoyable. Sunday, visited with the grandparents. Had a lovely home cooked breakfast with some farm fresh eggs, and then watched a bunch. We're starting, even though the new Game of Thrones series is going on right now, the new season. We're also rewatching it from the beginning. So we watched a bunch of episodes of Game of Thrones. Had a tasty calzone and some calamari for dinner, and yeah, I love me some fried squid. Makes a great bait. Makes a great meal. You can't go wrong with squid. It's perfect. Yeah, man. So let's get things started as we usually do and move on to the next segment. All right, fantastic. We will do that.
News team, assemble!
It is time for your big ass news. Let us travel overseas for today's first story. We arrive in Indonesia, where a local fisherman made quite an astonishing find. In March, fishermen off the coast of the Banggai Islands, we'll call it that. That's what there's. Yeah, well, let's go with that. Banggai Islands came across a floating body that they took to be an angel fallen from the heavens above. They hauled her ashore and cleaned it up, put some clothes on it, and apparently started worshiping it or something. Rumors spread, and locals started to come and see the stranded crying angel, and locals flocked to see it. Started popping up on the old social medias in Indonesia, which God the fuck knows what that is. And so the local police got wind of this and went to investigate said angel. After investigating, the police determined that the angelic being was quite the opposite. It was a latex sex doll. The police said that these people, quote, these people have no TV, no internet. They do not even know what a sex doll is. I'm not sure if they know what an angel is either, if they mistaked a rubber fuck doll for a being from the heavens. But, yeah. And how much you want to bet that someone fucked it? I think they did. Angel or not, even if they believed it was an angel, I think one of them weird fishermen fucked the damn thing. But there's no evidence of that. So yeah, fallen angel, maybe. Latex sex doll, definitely. Maybe that's what angels turn to when they fall from the heavens, and that is their penance for being cast out of the godly cloud city. I don't know. All I know is that what they got sitting there worshiping in Indonesia and Banggai is a rubber sex doll, and they can get to Banggai in it all they want now. And speaking of things getting fucked, let's move on to our second story of the day, where it looks like someone in Malaysia fucked a goat. At least that's one of the possibilities that the Malaysian veterinary officials are testing out. After a baby goat was found dead and with what resembles a human-like face. Yeah, it looks like a little baby goat body with an infant head, but furry, like a little white-faced, furry goat baby monster. No, not puppy monkey baby. This would be a Malaysian goaty monkey baby fucky thing. But yeah, man, the farmer whose goat birthed the deformed baby refused to sell the body, as I guess there was some people looking to buy up the half goat, half baby, probably just retarded goat thing. But our local officials were able to take it in for DNA testing to see if it is indeed a goat-human hybrid. If goats and humans were able to mate, then ISIS would be fucking made up primarily of goat boys at this point in time. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is the ragheads fuck goats, and they would therefore give birth to goats. You get it. All right. And please tell me again if you're hearing these two stories, how all cultures and all countries are equal and we're all just living in one global community. No, there's some fucking idiots, backwood, sub fucking civilized Neanderthals still out there who think the rubber sex dolls are fucking angels and that misformed goat fetuses are goat human hybrids that are coming to save them from their shitty Malaysian lives. So yeah, we're all equal. We'll all coexist with the goat fuckers and the sex doll angels. Sounds like a good time to me, folks.
We are led by very, very stupid people. Very, very stupid people. We cannot let it continue.
No, we can't, and that's why we are here again with Big Ass Politics. Today is the latest U.S. presidential primary, and it takes place in Indiana. It seems we are about to see another dominant performance by the Donald, who has a large lead in pre-voting polls, double digits on most. The Hillary-Bernie race in Indiana, much closer. What they're saying is it's within the margin of error on those polls right now. So that one's a toss-up. But, yeah, even though this particular primary is up for grabs, Bernie's got to do a lot of fucking praying and hoping if he expects to defeat Hill Dog. He is pretty much down and out, as is Kasich and Cruz. Those two ass clowns won't go away. And Bernie's going to fight Hillary tooth, nail, and claw, which is good. And if he runs as an independent, my God, we can just hand the White House to Trump right now. So let's all hope for that. Let's hope Hillary continues to be a raging cunt. Bernie keeps getting pissed and runs independent. It's the best of everything. It will be wonderful. He will be helping make America great again. And I will tip a glass to Chairman Sanders if he does that for me. So yeah, it was another week marked by violent protests outside of Donald Trump rallies. Here, there, and everywhere, but especially in good old North Mexico, a.k.a. California. There's no better way to motivate an already pissed off and angry conservative side than by violently protesting and waving Mexican flags everywhere. You just might want to lay off that if you don't want to prove every fucking point that Donald Trump is making and that we all feel is true. But nope, the wetbacks, the beaners are out there being violent assholes, starting fights, burning cars, waving their fruity flag. So good. Just keep pushing that needle a little bit closer to the win there for the old Donald. You're doing good, guys. And, yeah, let's see what we got here. Oh, yes, and after all this shenanigans in California the last week or so, it did have an effect, as there is at least one poll out there now showing for the first time that Donald Trump is ahead of Hillary Clinton by 2 points if the presidential election were to be held today. Now, what we've been hearing is that, yeah, Trump may win the Republican nomination, no problem, but he's going to get slaughtered by Hillary. Well, he's been closing that gap in the national polls little by little, and now, my friends, we are seeing that he is starting to overtake her in some polls. This is not good news for the Democrats because this wave is only going to grow. And the only thing that Hillary has going for her is the lack of a cock. So that's going to wear thin pretty soon. And maybe she'll go to prison before this anyways. Who the fuck knows? But, yeah. So my fellow patriots, keep spreading the word. Make America great again. Vote Trump. We're doing good. We are getting out there, spreading the word, and it's fucking spreading like a virus, man. A fucking virus. And while that Trump virus may actually purge and clean America, the Zika virus is doing something completely opposite, and that's why it is time for a Zika virus update. The Zika virus is now officially the cause of Zika fever. So now we got a fever, and we got a virus, and it's all good. I mean, what can I say? I got a fever, and the only cure for it is more Zika. That was less Christopher Walken and more Rodney Dangerfield. Hey, I get no respect over here. I got a Zika virus. The Zika virus is officially alive and well in New York State. Another confirmed case has arisen in Oneida County. At this time, no cases have been contracted in New York State. They've all been infected by traveling to South America and or Puerto Rico, but they are coming back home with it. And Zika virus is not just a virus, not just a fever, it's also an STD. So it can be spread once they bring it back here. I'm proud of my little virus. It has done so much in such a short period of time. I can't wait to see what it does next. This is not disappointing, man. As summer approaches, this little virus is just carrying the name of Zika and doing it proud. The CDC estimates that there will be a, quote, small amount of cases this summer in the continental United States, and that they have confirmed that the strain of mosquito that does carry the Zika virus is indeed already here. There is still no vaccine for Zika, and although scientists are working on it, it will, quote, take time. So if you don't want to get infected with Zika, which I don't know why you wouldn't, I mean, it's awesome. Avoid standing stagnant water around your house. Dump anything that could host mosquito larvae. Wear long pants, long sleeves out at dusk and dawn. Get some decent repellent going on you. Something with DEET. Don't be a pussy. Put the chemical on. It keeps bugs from fucking biting you. Or forget all of that and just get infected. It is time for Big Ass Sports. And with the first pick of the 2016 NFL Draft, I pick you, the listeners, to listen to this edition of Big Ass Sports. Seriously now, here we go. 2016 NFL Draft is in the books. It is all done. Me and the wife tuned in Thursday night to watch round one with a pizza from Picasso's and a nice $8 bottle of beer. Some fancy campfire shit. It was good. You should try it sometime. We watched the first two picks drag on for much longer than necessary. Everyone on the fucking planet knew that it was going to be Goff and Wentz, and yet these ass clowns had to take their full 15 minutes on the clock to, I don't know, get more commercials jammed in. So, like I said, I can't stand a fantasy draft when someone takes 90 seconds, and these Jew bags had to do that, so fuck them. Finally, the third pick arose, and that's when the fun started. The Chargers passed on the assumed pick of the litter, the top three offensive lineman, Laramie Tunsil, and instead picked, who did they pick? Joey Bosa, the stud defensive end from Ohio State, which I love. I love him as a player. But why did Tunsil not get drafted there, you may ask? Well, word leaked that Tunsil, minutes before the draft, changed his name to Smokey McPot, and then showed off pictures of his Bong Vader Halloween costume. And that started the old offensive lineman tumbling down the draft boards. Dallas made a very Dallas-like pick and took Zeke Elliott at number 4. Yeah, everyone who says that running backs don't go in the first round, well, here, fuckers, is a top 5 running back. That's Jerry Jones for you, knowing how to build a NFL team in the modern day and age. This allowed the Jags to keep Jalen Ramsey in the Sunshine State, and suddenly that Jayville fucking defense is looking scary, folks. I like what they're doing there. What do I got here? Other notable picks. Josh Doxson, the wide receiver, went to the Redskins. We got Laquan Treadwell, the receiver, going to Mini. Corey Coleman, another receiver, going to the Brownie Browns. Will Fuller, another receiver, going to the Texans. The other notable running back in the draft, Derrick Henry, second round, goes to the Titans. And tight end Hunter Henry goes to San Diego, where he is now the heir apparent to Antonio Gates. Some QBs found new homes as well. Denver trades up and back into the first, takes Paxton Lynch. Your New York Jets take Penn State product Kristen Hackenberg, and the Buffalo Bills added a QB as well. From Ohio State, Cardell Jones. So that's going to be fun. The biggest what the fuck moment in the entire draft had to be in round 2 when the Buccaneers selected kicker Roberto Aguayo from Florida State, because, second fucking round kickers are gonna, they move that extra point out to the whatever, 15, 20, I forgot what the fuck it is. So you need to get a kicker in the second round now or your team's fucked. Or the Bucs has made a really dumb motherfucking move and are now the laughing stock of the draft. I don't know. I'm not a GM. I just play Madden and fantasy football, folks. Bills had a nice draft. Shaq Lawson, Reggie Ragland gonna definitely euthanize, young up that defense. Euthanize the defense. It's gonna be a very sad season. It's gonna make this defense better though. And then, hey, why not? The Bills signed Baby Gronk, Glenn Gronkowski, is an undrafted free agent. He is a fullback, so we'll see if he makes the roster. But now the Bills got a little bit of the Gronk on them. Packers got better on both sides of the line. Took a couple big men, one a B.J. Rodgers replacement, and one a new tackle who may or may not see time this year. Hopefully the line stays healthy, and he doesn't, but that's not likely in Green Bay, as they are the injury capital of the NFL. They also took a couple athletic linebackers later in the draft, and so the Packers shored up their defense. I think they took a wide receiver in there, like some kid who ran like a 4.37 or some ridiculous shit, because Ted Thompson needs a draft a receiver every year or he can't sleep at night. But you know what all this means? It means the fantasy season starts now. So, hey, why not? Let's get a little fantasy corner going here. This is my top 12 fantasy rookie rankings in a dynasty format, folks. Dynasty format, let's keep that in mind. These are some developmental talents, but if I had to rank my top 12, which is your standard, let's say first round draft in a fantasy league, standard league, 10 to 12 teams, let's call it 12. I got your top 12 here. So my number one player on the fantasy board right now is Zeke Elliott. As though I know it was a stupid-ass choice for Dallas to take him, fantasy-wise, though, he's in a great situation, and he should be productive right away, because Alfred Morris is an old, slow hunk of crap. So Zeke Elliott's going to get in there and get work probably right from the get-go. My number 2 player on the fantasy board would be Josh Doxson. He's probably going to go in there and start in Washington. Rumor is that Pierre Garçon is going to be let go, and you're going to have Josh Doxson as your number 2 wide receiver in Washington. Kirk Cousins slinging him the ball. Jordan Reed underneath. Could be good. Corey Coleman was one of like 5 receivers taken by Cleveland, but he is by far the best one. Possibly the best talent overall in the draft. Personally, Doxson better, but Coleman's in Cleveland, and if he had a quarterback to throw to him, he could do some damage. Laquan Treadwell is my number 4 pick. He is now your starting wide receiver in Minnesota, which would also be great if there was any talent around him in that receiving core, and if Teddy Bridgewater could throw the ball down the field more than 15 yards accurately. My number 5 pick, Sterling Shepard, wide receiver of the New York Giants, playing opposite of Odell Beckham Jr. I like him a lot there. Odell is going to draw double teams every goddamn time he's on the field, so Shepard on the opposite side is a sure-handed kid, and he could have a decent fantasy year. Next on my list, number 6, would be Will Fuller, of now your Houston Texans, playing opposite of DeAndre Hopkins. Again, when you're playing opposite of a stud and you're going to have a chance to start, it's worth a pick there. And like I said, especially in a dynasty format, these guys can sit and you can develop them for a year. You don't got to worry about them getting out and starting year 1 for your team. So I do like Fuller, fast as hell, opposite of DeAndre Hopkins. We got Michael Thomas then going to New Orleans. Again, great situation. They got a couple of decent players, but none of them, other than Brandon Cooks, really have any draft pedigree, so it should be easy for him to slot in there above guys like Coleman and Snead and have Drew Brees thrown to him. So nice pick there. Tyler Boyd going to Cincy. They just needed help, and I would have thought they would have taken one of these other guys ahead of him earlier in the draft. They waited. They took Boyd. Again, playing opposite of A.J. Green. You got a decent quarterback thrown to him. Not Drew Brees quality, but, he's definitely worth a stash in a dynasty league. My number 9 player, Derrick Henry, the other big running back. He went to Tennessee. This does really hurt DeMarco Murray's value in the fantasy realm. Henry is a touchdown machine. He's a big bruising back, especially goal line work. If you're in a TD dependent league, it's gonna hurt DeMarco Murray's value. And long term, maybe Henry finally stops the slide of shit running backs that Tennessee's been drafting, because Bishop Sankey and Derek Cobb, they did not pan out. My number 10 player is CJ Prosise, the running back that was taken by the Seahawks. I have no confidence that Thomas Rawls is going to do anything this year. They take a rookie relatively early. I like his talent overall, and he could definitely get in there and see some action this year. As I said, Thomas Rawls, again, doesn't have a lot of draft pedigree. He's not something they got a lot of investment in. So anyone who's going to be in that offense and filling in that role that fed Lynch the ball 300-plus times a year is going to get work. So CJ Prosise is my number 10 player. Number 11, Braxton Miller, another receiver. He also went to Houston, another pretty good talent, and they throw the ball a lot in that offense. So I do like Braxton Miller at number 11 there, your Houston Texans. And then my final player of my mock first round would be Hunter Henry, the tight end from San Diego. No, you're not going to play him this year. It's, like I said, dynasty format. You're looking a couple years down the road. They do work the tight end a lot in there, and Antonio Gates is not going to play forever. This may, in fact, be his last year. So Hunter Henry is a nice stash. In standard redraft leagues, Elliott, probably the only guy that you would take any relatively early. Maybe you get Doxson, Coleman, Treadwell as a wide receiver 2 or 3 later on in the draft. But in your standard redraft leagues, really Zeke Elliott's the only name you got to know heading into them right now. I mean, obviously, something can happen in the preseason, in training camp. One of these rookies could bust out, be looking like a superstar, or there could be injuries ahead of them. So obviously keep that in mind. This is, again, my first mock fantasy draft of the rookie draft. So things can change, but this is the first one I did, and there's a little info for you.
At our door. Let's go kill them.
Speaking of fantasy, let's take a quick Game of Thrones recap. All right, so episode 2 of the new season aired this Sunday, and it was again a biggie. They're keeping the pace up with these. Let's see, Tyrion goes to the Temple and Marine. There goes to the basement where Daenerys had locked up 2 of her children. These are not your standard children, though. These are giant fucking dragons. And Tyrion approaches them, does not get eaten, and unleashes them. So we'll see what kind of fun that causes. And this leads to another fun little theory, which I know so much in the show you don't get them, but reading the books, the fan theories run deep. And one of those theories was that Tyrion was never a true Lannister, that he was a half Targaryen, and maybe he was, because he was able to approach those dragons without them turning on him. So it is possible that Tyrion is one of those 3 heads of that 3-headed dragon of Game of Thrones / Song of Ice and Fire lore. Obviously, the other one being Daenerys, and the third maybe it could be a certain Jon Snow, but he's dead, right? So yeah. The High Sparrow and his holy little army threaten Jaime Lannister at what the fuck? What's her tits' name's funeral? Tommen's sister. I forgot what her name is. Myrcella? Yeah, Myrcella's funeral. And yeah, so like Jaime said, he's gonna kill a bunch of them, and in the end, what's it matter? Because he would be overtaken. The priest basically said that the poor, this like little holy army that they're forming, when taken on in the whole, is much more powerful than the elite, and they can kind of shape the way the kingdom is gonna be. So that'll be interesting going forward, because the Lannisters are certainly looking like they're getting a bit panicky there in King's Landing. We had a flashback to the early days of Winterfell, and we finally got to saw Lyanna Stark. She's definitely going to play a bigger role in this, because I believe episode 3 we're going to get a Tower of Joy flashback, and it's going to clear some shit up about this whole Targaryen bloodline and who is who. So we'll see about that. And how do we see this flashback? Because, Bran is there with the Children of the Forest, living under the the heart trees and the roots and the whatnots with the worms and the bugs and the three-eyed ravens and such. And apparently, Bran is now like a 20-year-old man. He is not the little boy that dragged his cripple ass around the forest with Hodor for a while. We also saw a young Hodor, who apparently was named Willis before he became retarded and could speak. And yeah, Bran is like looking like he's super old. Fucking Tommen is supposed to be a fat little chubby bastard, and he's like some sleek, thin fucking tween asshole. So yeah, the casting's not my favorite. They're still telling the story, so it's all good. The Wildlings did indeed heed the Onion Knights' call and came and stormed Castle Black, and they brought a fucking giant with them, and they smashed apart anything that was left of the dissenting Knights' Watch as they were still guarding Jon Snow's body and whatnot. A giant is like having a Panzer tank of the oldie times. Like, let's say a dragon is like an A-10 Warthog, and a giant would be a Panzer, and you roll in with a small military group and a heavy artillery like that, and you get right in. It breached the doors. It picked the dude up, smashed him against the castle. Good stuff. The giant was fun. So then let's see. Melisandre channels her inner Beric Dondarraden and works her Red Priestess magic on Jon Snow's corpse. It didn't seem to work. He laid there stiff as a board. Tormund Giantsbane walks out in disgust. She eventually sulks and walks out too. And then we see Jon's trusty direwolf ghost sleeping under his dead body stir a little bit, crack his eyes open, and as soon as that happened, Jon cracks his eyes open. So, was my theory correct that Jon was kind of residing in Ghost's consciousness because he is a skin changer? And it just took a little bit because Ghost had to kind of wake up, or Ghost, he had to feel comfortable leaving Ghost to get back into his body. Perhaps. Is he still going to be Jon Snow? Is he going to be something like Cold Hands, which I don't believe is in the show, but trust me, he's an undead or a reanimated Night's Watchman member. And yeah, so is he going to be a monster? Is he going to be more like Lady Stonehand or Stoneheart? We got Cold Hands and Stoneheart. All these characters not in the show, but in the book, Catelyn Stark becomes Lady Stoneheart, and she's not pleasant to deal with. She's very murdery. So, yeah, man. Game of Thrones was a good one again. We're going to keep watching it and keep updating you on my theories. And like I said, we're going to see the Tower of Joy, which I believe is going to reveal that Jon Snow is, in fact, the offspring of Lyanna Stark and a Targaryen. And he will be that third head of the three-headed dragon that will conquer the world. So we got Daenerys, we got Tyrion, and we got Jon Snow, which really have been the three most important characters since the outset of the show / book / let's just call it story. So, yeah, Tower of Joy should be fun. Big battle was fought there, and perhaps Lord Eddard Stark in a flashback is going to find a little babe and bring him home, and he will be named Jon Snow. So we will see about that.
I don't give a fuck!
Well, that's not very nice. Lots of people care about Game of Thrones. Maybe not. Let's move on. No DJ trivia today. Our substitute DJ stinks, and we're not going to be back until our regular dude is back. The regular DJ at our local DJ trivia is a track coach, and apparently he's taken a few weeks off to concentrate on his track coaching at his school. So this lady who's filling in for him sucks donkey dicks. So we're probably just going to lay off for a few weeks and come back when he comes back, because it's just not as enjoyable. So yeah. Gotta throw a congratulations to Michael Gibbs for winning the Sports Untamed NFL Draft Contest. Michael apparently predicted enough right of the top 5 draft picks there to win himself a spot into the Western New York Warzone Fantasy Football League. So he gets a free entry in that. It's a $50 value, so good for him. I guess Sports Untamed's also got a logo contest going on, where if you want to submit your logos for Sports Untamed, I will give you the addresses and all that fun shit at the end of the show. But you do that, you design some sort of logo for the show. Robbie is going to then reward the winner with a $25 gift card. So that's nice. Got a little breaking news here late as I was doing my show prep. Can't confirm it 100% yet, but we may be at the Lancaster, PA War of the Roses Tattoo Convention at the end of May, helping out our friends Josh and Candy spread the good word about Happy Guru Skincare. So that would be pretty kick-ass. If I do that, I may just do a little bit of podcasting from down there. So, yeah, I'll let you know 100% on the next show if we will, in fact, be going to our first tattoo convention. But I looked at the webpage, and it is some crazy shit. On top of all the tattooing, there's plenty of music, burlesque shows, freaky circus, fire breathers, piercing, freak shows, all sorts of shit. So, yeah, man. Weather's looking to shape up again to be beautiful towards the end of this week. So we might be sitting around a fire come Friday. So after work fire sounds like a lovely way to spend an evening. Let's hope we get that done. If anyone's out there listening and they would like to come sit down with big old Pauly Z around a bonfire, let me know. This weekend we also got Mother's Day coming up, so everyone, be nice to your mommies. That'd be good.
First of all, what the shit, mother?
Yes, don't be like Sterling Archer. Be nice to your mommies. And as you noticed, there was no big-ass question of the day today because I didn't get any submissions. You're slacking on me, people. I'm disappointed in you. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. But, yeah, you can submit your questions of the day by finding me on all the social medias that I am on, which would be on Facebook at Big Ass Digital, on the Twitters at Beeritual Light, BeeritualLite, at Beeritual Light, on Snapchat at PEZ981, on Instagram, Pauly_Z, Pauly with an IE, that is Pauly Z on Instagram. I'm now on Untapped. Like I said, it's a cool fucking app where you can share your beers you're drinking and your ratings on them and whatnot. Just search my name, Paul Zika. Simple as that. And, of course, you can always email the show at bigassdigital@yahoo.com. Got to give a shout out to Robbie Warner of Sports Untamed, launching the show solo, as him and his broadcast partner Adam had a bit of a divorce, so make sure to catch his solo show weekly. I'm going to try to be on there when I can, but, it is what it is. When I can, I will be there, but otherwise check out Robbie's solo show. He did a pretty good rundown of the NFL draft that I posted up on the Big Ass Digital page. A lot more in-depth than what I went into here. So, yeah. Once again, I am drinking the Shock Top Strawbanero Wheat Beer. Sipping on that while I'm talking to you. And it is good. It's fruity. It's spicy. It's different. It's definitely different. I wouldn't say go out and buy yourself a six-pack right away, but if you're doing one of those craft mixie packs at one of the local grocery stores, put one in your six-pack and give her a try. You'll find it interesting, maybe delicious even. I don't know. So yeah, man, gotta give a shout out to Emily's A2Z Crafts on Facebook. Like I said, making tasty treats, as she always does. If you need anything made for a shower, a wedding, in a charitable event, anything like that, hit her up. She can make you baked goods, cookies, and of course, if you just want something nice made, a dog sweater, a nice blanket like your grandma used to make you, she can do that too. So please be sure to hit up Emily at Emily's A2Z, that's 2TO, Emily's A2Z on Facebook. And like I said, we might be representing the Happy Guru team, so I got to give another shout out to them. It's Josh and Candy of Happy Guru Loves Me. You can check out all their fine products and see where they are going to be on slinging their goods. HappyGuruLovesMe.com is the website to check them out. And like I said, it's a tattoo convention, so I got to mention my man. He won't be at any conventions, but he will be hard at work putting ink on people right here in West New York. That is Dennis of the Tattoo Den. Tattoo Den located in Elma, New York, right on Transit Road. You can search him out on Facebook as well. Let's look for Tattoo Den, and you can see the work he's done. My tat is healing up nice, feeling good, looking good. Dennis does great work. And like I said, if you go and you set up an appointment with him, make sure you let him know that Pauly Z sent you. So as always, thanks for listening. Please be sure to like the Big Ass Digital Facebook page. You can check out all the updates, all the little funny shit I did. I wrote a little funny song about Laramie Tunsil there and the vein of because I got high by Afro Man, so it was fun. Could have seen that. You probably didn't because you're not liking the page. So like the page. Sheesh. But yeah, man, make sure you're liking that. On all the social medias. Just get more involved with this. I want everyone involved with what I'm doing here. It's fun. I think I'm doing a decent job. I'm not fucking Rush Limbaugh or Tom Bowerly or Opie or Anthony. But for a hobo living in his garage recording a podcast, not too bad. With that said, I shall see you guys next week. Until then, be well, do what makes you happy, and stay alive. Peace. This has been a production of Big Ass Digital Networks.
Manners are the happy ways of doing things. And Emerson was right. Be natural. Be yourself. But see yourself as others see.
I'm back. I smoke a bong with grimace and scrape the bowl until the whole dime's finished. A sinister minister distributing nuggets in the form of CDs, and the fat kids love it. I baptize both ears and eyes and annoyed with the remaining greases from French fries. I'm plus size like a casual male, big and tall like y'all with Java with no tail. I need a belt just to hold up my pants. I got a pretty nice dick with little to no ass, and a pocket full of cash, and I'm feeling the urge to hit the all you can eat bar and just splurge. Hey, fatty, fat, fat, oh, fatty, fat, fat, why? What you got for us? They call me fat, so hey, fatty, fat, fat, oh, fatty, fat, fat, why? What you got for us? Straight up rap for us. Hey, fatty, fat, fat, oh, fatty, fat, fat, why? What you got for us? They call me fat, so hey, fatty, fat, fat, oh, fatty, fat, fat, why? What you got for us? Straight up rap for us. Fat soul double cheeseburger, you a small fry. Who's modeled off the top of McDonald's like he's the fall guy. Call me supersize, I'm the biggest kid in fat cam. Start me, I go postal and start licking shots like stamps. At tramps and bystanders who need to mind their own. Give me the left side of the menu and a small diet coke. I'm loco and my belly is rumbling like a typhoon. Resident Evil, no apologies if I bite you. My hunger's uncontrollable, urgent tamed. I'm ghetto like graffiti, meaning I'm out of the frame. A straight nut case with contacts and face paint. Size 4X, 46-inch waist. Hey, fatty, fat, fat, oh, fatty, fat, fat, why? What you got for us? They call me fat, so hey, fatty, fat, fat, oh, fatty, fat, fat, why? What you got for us? Straight up rap for us. Hey, fatty, fat, fat, oh, fatty, fat, fat, why? What you got for us? They call me fat, so hey, fatty, fat, fat, oh, fatty, fat, fat, why? What you got for us? Straight up rap for us. This shit right here is for all the trend spa, slim, fast, calorie. What you got for us? You fat man, love yourself for who you are and fuck what you got for us? Hey, fatty, fat, fat, oh, fatty, fat, fat, why? What you got for us? They call me fat, so hey, fatty, fat, fat, oh, fatty, fat, fat, why? What you got for us? Straight up rap for us. Hey, fatty, fat, fat, oh, fatty, fat, fat, why? What you got for us? They call me fat.